Hey y'all, it's your girl Simone and welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today is another story time. So before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give your girl a thumbs up, comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials, Instagram at Vivalayoshii, TikTok and Twitter at LifeWithSymone, and follow me at my business page at Brishari because we're gonna be restocking plus dropping some other stuff real soon next month. Yeah. So yeah, sorry y'all about Subby Sunday. I did not post because your girl is sick. I don't know if y'all can tell it in my voice, but I got a cold. But y'all, I was like, all right, I'm ready to come up on here for y'all. So y'all, this story time is, y'all already know, take place way back. But yeah, this one is about some new people and some old people in here. It's like a mixture. But let's get straight into the story. So y'all, this was back when I used to date Crazy. When I tell y'all already know, that man put me through hell and back. Like, I went through so much with him. So this was around the time, like, before he had went to jail, and we was going through it. Like, we was going through, but not as bad as when he had got out or whatever. But like, we was still going through it bad at this time. So around this time, I used to talk to my friend. We're gonna give her a name. What we gonna name her? Let's name her Alyssa. Nowhere near her name, not her name. So anyway, my friend Alyssa, we was talking on the phone, and at this point, low-key, she was the only person I would really go full into details, tell her about every single thing that I was going through with Crazy, even like when me and him broke up. So yeah, I mean, not me and him broke up, but like when he got out of jail and it was like even worse. She was the only person. I don't know why. Like, even my sister, I wasn't telling my sister everything, but Alyssa, I could just like, and no offense to my sister, I don't want her to be like, bitch. But like, I don't know, just with Alyssa, I don't know. Not saying I thought my sister would judge me or anything like that, because I didn't think so. But it's just like, I feel like Alyssa could relate more to what I was going through. So it was like, I don't know, it was just so weird. Like, kind of, we was not trauma bonding at all, because she wasn't going through the same shit as me. But yeah, I don't know, it was just, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so I was talking to Alyssa on the phone. I'm telling her what happened, all this other shit like that. So she was just like, damn, I wish I could be there for you. Like, she was like, damn, I'm so mad that my car is messed up because I would drive to you. So I lived in LA at that time, you already know. She lived like, well, y'all don't know where she lived, but she lived like an hour and some change away, like an hour, 2 hours away from LA. So she was like, dang, I'm so mad because I want to come out there. And I was like, yeah, whenever you get a chance, you know, come stay the weekend with me. And she was like, yeah, when I get away down there, I'm gonna come because like, I want to be there for you. I want to get you out the house, girl. You just over there crying and pain, going through it and shit like that. Because it was a situation that me and him had went through around this time or whatever. So yeah, so she was like, yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. So I'm like, all right, we was talking. So she was like, I'm gonna call you right back. We ended up hanging up, y'all. Like an hour later, she called me and she was like, girl, I'm on the way. So I was like, damn, when I was thinking she was gonna find her a ride to come out here, I didn't think it was gonna be that same day. She was like, girl, I found me a ride. She was like, but I just gotta confirm first with you. Like, do you mind if my friend come and she chill with us too? Like, she was like, can we spend the night or whatever? She was like, I'll just do, instead of a weekend, I'll do a night. She was like, so you could just like test her temperature type shit. So I was like, well, you know, I met a lot of her friends before, so I'm like, if you cool with her, she cool then. I'm like, what's her name? She was like, we went to school together back in middle school, not even high school. She was like, we went to middle school together, and she was cool. We always just kept in touch or whatever like that. We never really hung out. Like, sometimes we'll see each other and be like, oh, we need to hang out. She was like, and she been hitting me asking to hang out, so I thought about it, like, let me tell her. She was like, so I was on the phone with her and I told her like, girl, I need to get to LA, because my girl, she going through it. And she was like, and she been wanting to go to LA anyway. I forgot to try some food spot. So she was like, so she told her like, oh, I will take you, like, I'll go with you. And then that's when she told her like, okay, let me ask her if it's cool if you can stay the night. So I was like, okay. So she was like, yeah, the girl cool. Her name is, let's name her, I came up with these names before I did the story, but I don't know, the sick brain is fucking with me, because where the fuck, oh, I said I was gonna name her Keisha. Yeah, nowhere near her name, whatever. So she was like, yeah, her name Keisha, she real cool or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. So some hours went by, they finally had made it to my house. Y'all, my grandma hated her for some odd ass reason. Like, she hated Alyssa. Like, so when she seen Alyssa, my grandma rolls her eyes like, girl. So anyway, she ended up coming over or whatever. And when she came, like, they came in there and I'm just like moping around, y'all. Like, I was going through it and I was in so much pain. So when Alyssa came, she brought me some pain medicine, and she had brought me, y'all, I love me a mango snapple. She brought me a mango snapple, and she had brought me like some chips, some Skittles and shit like that. I don't eat Skittles no more because I heard what they got going on. But yeah, she brought me all this stuff, like little stuff that I like and stuff, some Funyuns. I'm like, Alyssa, because I didn't know she was gonna bring this stuff. And she like, girl, yes, here, I don't know what to do. Like, I didn't know what to bring, but I know you like this stuff, so here. So I'm just like, thank you, girl. They was like, we gotta get you up out the house. Mind you, they was already not dress, but like had leggings on and stuff like that. But it was like, we gotta get you out the house. Like, you can't just be like laying around and not doing nothing. Like, you know, just being sad about whatever the fuck you going through. Not, they didn't say that, but yeah, I'm just obviously not telling y'all exactly what happened. But yeah, so there was like, yeah, so girl, you gotta get up. So as we talking, we just talking and stuff like that. I don't know how the talking turned into like, I don't know if I was already playing music on the TV or if they started playing music, but music is being played. We talking, we laughing. You know, when you got a good conversation going with people and y'all could talk, y'all gonna be sitting there talking for hours, because I was being supposed to get up and change my clothes. I already showered and stuff because I'm not a dirty bitch. I don't sit there and be sad as hell stinking. That's more trauma. Like, you know, that's more to be said about. Like, bitch, I'm sad as fuck, depressed in this room, and I stank, bitch, please. No, I'm gonna wash my ass. But yeah, so I was like, oh, I'm just looking a mess, hair fucked up and shit. So I'm like, we talking, my bad, what? Let me not shame myself, but let me go back to where I was at. Yeah, so we listening to music. I don't know how it turned into like where we over here making snaps and we recording ourselves singing the songs and shit. Like, we just lit. I look a mess, but I didn't care back then. I would go on the internet looking any type of way, but not too much though. But on Snap, I feel like whatever. Anyway, so we recording, singing and stuff like that, and I was like, y'all, okay, let's get something to eat. I'm hungry as fuck. Like, let's get something to eat. So we trying to debate, figure out what we gonna eat. We was like, should we just order a pizza? Because we was already just in the mood in the house, like just chilling. It was just a cool little girls night. So I'm like, should we order a pizza or should we go to like McDonald's or something like that? I don't know why I put it on Snapchat. I put my food, what I should eat, in the hands of the world. But I did that, and I put like, what should I eat, right? So it was this boy. He's been begging for a story time for some odd ass reason. But anyway, so this boy that I never met in person, I don't even know how he got my Snap or whatever like that. He ended up hitting me up. He always used to slide up on my, not slide up, however you reply to somebody's Snap. He always replied on my Snap or whatever. So he had replied and he was like, you should get a pizza and I'm gonna order it. So I was like, you gonna order me a pizza? So we going back and forth talking on Snap or whatever. He like, yeah, I'm gonna buy you something to eat. I've been trying to see you or, you know, get to know you for a cool minute, and you kind of hard to get to or whatever like that. Because I would reply and say thank you or send an emoji, but that's about it. Like, if he asked for my number, I would stop replying. Like, it just wouldn't give that. I just didn't want to talk to him. So he was like, yeah, I've been trying to get to know you for a cool little minute, da-da-da. And I obviously see you always posting food, so the way to your heart is some food. So let me buy your pizza or whatever. Let me buy your pizza. But I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I was like, all right, cool, then you could buy it or whatever. Then I was like, this is how dumb I was, and I wasn't even thinking. Because I'm thinking like, I don't want this boy to have my address. So nah. So I told him like, I don't know, because then you gonna have my address. I'm like, what you gonna do? Like, you gonna buy it and you gonna have us go pick it up? He's like, I could have it delivered to your house. And I'm sitting there, I'm telling him like, should we just pick it up or should we like go have him deliver it? And they was like, just have him deliver, it's cool. Mind you, he used to say he was from a hood that I'm very familiar with, that I like have family from and stuff like that, but I never seen this man around or nothing like that. He's not from this hood either. I eventually found that out, that he just wanted people that be claiming shit. But anyway, so he was like, I'm like, okay, if anything, if he weird or whatever like that, like I know people that know people, like he's not like a ghost guy, like he's a person. I don't know. So I was like, dang, because they like, yeah, we should just have him delivered. Just have him delivered. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. Because I was telling him how I felt. So mind you, we talking on Snap whole time. So he like, well, if you don't trust me, I'll give you my card information and you can order it yourself. He was just saying that to say that. He really wasn't going to do that. But it's the fact that you said that that's very weird. Because how you know I ain't going to run it up? Run it up. But anyway, so I'm like, nah, it's cool, you ain't gotta do that. I'm gonna trust you, like you could deliver it. So I gave him the address or whatever like that, and I told him like what I wanted. So he was like, okay, what you want? I'm like, I want a large pepperoni pizza. I want 2 of them joints, one with sausage and pepperoni pizza, and pepperoni, and I want another one pepperoni and bacon, and I wanted some wings too on the side, and on top of them wings I'm gonna need some cheesy bread. You already know, cheesy bread me up. And I'm like, and I'm gonna need them cinnamon little thing. So he like, damn, you could eat a lot. He like, damn, you could eat a lot. So I'm like, right, LOL. My thing is, I don't know why I didn't just say I was buying food for my whole damn house. But obviously, and I know somebody gonna be in the comments like, that's why you can't give a bitch an inch, she'll take a mile. because a bitch gonna order. My thing is, when I asked for 2 damn pieces, some wings, and some sticks and dessert sticks, that's when you should have known. I think I had a soda too, and I didn't even drink soda. I just was asking my grandpa, like, I'm about to order pizza. Y'all want some soda? What y'all want? Because I'm gonna have the whole house, like, y'all feed me, I'm gonna feed y'all. But at that point, you should have known other people was eating this damn pizza. Oh, I didn't even give him a name. Let's name him. I was watching Girlfriends earlier, so let's name him Darnell. Okay, so, yeah. Anyway, so he was just like, you could eat. So I'm like, LOL, right? Yeah. So I told him about it, like what I wanted or whatever. He's like, I'm gonna hit you, I'm gonna let you know when they're on the way. So time went by, y'all. Mind y'all, the Pizza Hut on where I live at, well, over there, that shit is ghetto as fuck. I already told y'all a little snippet of how I had beef with them and it was an issue and they came to the house. But you know, like, so they do sometimes take a while or whatever, because long story short, they had one driver. So I'm like, okay, I'm not thinking nothing of it. I honestly thought that he forgot, and that, not that he forgot, I honestly thought he was bullshitting me. And I was kind of mad. I'm like, damn, I just gave this nigga my address. But I thought he was bullshitting me because he didn't say nothing else. So we just chilling, and I'm like, damn, should I hit him and ask, or like, should we just go get something to eat? Right? It's like right when we was getting up and was about to get something to eat, he ended up hitting me. I'll check my Snap. I don't have notifications on my Snap, but I kept checking. So I checked my Snaps, and he was just like, what's your number? Because you're not replying on here. Mind you, he was sending me up, but I guess, I don't know if I wasn't getting it or if I don't know. So he was like, what's your number? So y'all, and still in this moment, I said I would give him my number, but I did. So I gave him my number or whatever, and he called me, and he was like, the pizza man said he'll be there in like 5 minutes or whatever, and to come outside. So I said, come outside. He was like, yeah, he'll be there in 5 minutes. And I already knew it was up because that Pizza Hut is fucking ghetto. So I'm like, bitch, I ain't coming outside, bitch. You go do what you supposed to do and come to the door. So I'm like, all right, thank you. I'm like, thank you. He like, and hung up. So I'm like, this nigga is weird. So anyway, the pizza man ended up coming. He do how he always do. He pull up in the front yard, bumping music loud as fuck while on the phone, which be making me so confused, because how did you hear your phone conversation unless he pretended to be on the phone? How do you hear your phone conversation with the music? He'll pull in the driveway, leave his door open, music blasting, boom, 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 like beat bumping, and would come to the door and be like, all right. He have a whole attitude. Like, he would have a whole attitude. And later I realized why. Because when that whole beef shit happened with the Pizza Hut people and me, I realized why he had an attitude. Because he kind of like expressed everything that be going down and shit with the people at Pizza Hut and what shit they be getting him into. So, but I mean, don't come here with that shit, nigga. Don't come here with that shit. Anyway, so he got his little funky ass attitude or whatever. And he was just like, here, like, he be so mad, and I know y'all probably like report him, y'all. That shit was a franchise. That shit wasn't gonna do nothing to report that man. Anyway, so yeah, so we got our food, and y'all, now I'm back in the house or whatever. We eating in my room. We on Snap, big eating pizza, big eating wings. I don't know why, like, me and a lot of people I deal with, we be really having like a natural high. Like, I don't want to say I'm the natural high. I'm just kidding. No, we do. Like, people that I vibe with, it's like we really have a natural high. Like, we don't got to be drunk. We don't got to be like high or nothing like that. But we just going to be goofy as hell and having a good ass time. Like, it just be so much energy, and I love that. But like, I don't know why we laughing. I don't know, maybe I'm just a big goofball, and that's what I attract, other big goofballs. So we laughing, we like this, dipping the wings, taking snaps, biting it, like, thank you. I don't know why we was doing that. And I'm putting the camera on them, and they like, thank you for the pizza, thank you for the wings. And I'm like, right. And I don't know why I'm putting out Snap. I really don't know what was so funny about us being fed. But anyway, so when I put it on Snap and I'm showing them or whatever, and I was like, thank you for the pizza, boy. I just put that on Snap. But mind you, I said thank you to him. Like I said, he hung up. So why he gonna react to my Snap and gonna say, damn, I didn't know I was feeding your whole damn family? Huh? What'd you say? Darnell? So I was just like, oh, LOL, you thought I was finna eat all that food? So he was like, I don't know shit, you always posting food. And he was like, and then when I mentioned it, you didn't say nothing, you just said LOL. I'm gonna eat a lot of the food, but I'm not gonna eat all of that food. So I was just like, oh, LOL. But at this point, I'm thinking like, oh, he's weird. One and done, pizza man. Cause he's weird. Like, why is you pressing me when you the one ordered all this food? You could have said, no, big dog, slow it down. I'm not ordering you the whole fucking house of pizza. You could have said that, but instead you continue to order that pizza. You put your card information in. You did that. And he even left a tip. He told me I ain't have to tip, but we still tip the pizza man anyway. I mean, the delivery dude, because, you know, I'm pretty sure the tip probably go to everybody in the restaurant. So Yeah, what the fuck? So I was just like, oh, LOL. So he was like, LOL, I'm just kidding. I'm not tripping off no food. It's nothing, like, it's no big deal or something like that, he said. So I was like, okay. Cause yeah, so I was just thinking to myself, I'm telling him, like, he's so weird. So they like, record me, Alyssa, like, record me eating a pizza, saying, nigga, you ain't had to buy the pizza if we didn't want to. We would have got our own pizza. So I'm like, all right, I'm about to record you, but I ain't never post that because I'm like, that's kind of rude. Yeah. So anyway, oh, and then I know y'all probably think like why he didn't try to get the food and bring it to us. He was somewhere else. Like I think he was out of town or some shit like that. He wasn't in LA though. So anyway, well I'm still just posting this. Now I'm posting like I'm with people and stuff like that. We singing songs and stuff like that. This boy, if y'all remember the story time, damn, I don't remember what it was titled. Let me actually look. Hold on. So y'all remember the story time I did? It was called Storytime Girl Get Me Out of Here, and I had the green hair or whatever. And remember when I told y'all I was at the house and the little girl was drinking alcohol and yeah, all of that stuff like that. So y'all remember the boy I met that I named DZ? So me and DZ had a little fling, whatever. I had talked to him or whatever, but at this time I haven't been like kicking it with him in a long ass time because I was dating Crazy. So I haven't seen him in a long time. Like it was just like our little, when we hung out back in the day when I was like real close to Elena and shit like that. But like, yeah, so anyway, he ended up hitting me up, and he'll always hit me up to try to link and stuff like that, but I would never link. So when he hit me up and was like, link, like where you at, like what you doing, whatever type stuff, I was like, y'all trying to kick it with somebody? So they was like, yeah, let's kick it. Like, so I was like, all right, I'm with my 2 homegirls, like who you with? So he like, I'm with my homies. He went in people still to this day. He still be with people. Y'all, I had a fucking hosting. This man telling me skip out my hosting and come to his party. Bitches, you dumb? Anyway, so yeah, so he had told me to link or whatnot. So I was like, all right, where you gonna be at? So he was like, y'all could come pull up to the beach. Like, that's where we finna be at. We finna go to the beach or whatever. And I'm like, clearly he probably just didn't want us to come to his house. But this before that I started like big kicking it. Like his house was really, maybe his house wasn't the kicking spot at this point. Wait, no, it was back in the day. I don't know. Maybe they was remodeling or something. Maybe they was remodeling. Let's just say that. So he told us what beach to go to. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna go to the beach. So I ended up changing, putting on something a little warm because you already know we're going to the beach. So I don't know why, y'all, we got lost because my dumb ass just assuming they at Dockweiler. I have no idea why I would assume that. So I'm hitting him, I'm like, we here, what part of the beach y'all at? Like, what? I don't see your car. He like, we is not at Dockweiler. Come down to Manhattan. So I'm like, oh, okay. So we ended up going down to Manhattan or whatnot, and we start parking. He told us where to park at, and he was like in the parking lot. So when we pulled up to the parking lot, he had a hoodie on. He right there. I'm like, oh, that's him. They like, who that big motherfucker, that tall ass nigga right there? So I'm like, that's him. That's DZ. They like, all right. So when we pulled up, I'm telling him like, yeah, I'm in the car right here. Like, I'm in this car. I don't know why when he seen us parking, he walked off. Like, he disappeared. And it was just him. So I'm thinking like, I don't know. I know this character DZ a little bit, but he kind of seemed a little strange. I ain't seen him in like a year or two. Maybe a year. So they like, he kind of seemed weird. I'm like, right. So we up in the car and we plotting. We talking about like, okay, so if he try to do this, we got to jump him. You jump on his back. I'm gonna bite his ankles. Let's do this. Let's do that. Cause I'm thinking like that was strange how he disappeared in the dark. Like he just really walked off. We don't see his car wasn't even in this parking lot, y'all. So I'm all right. He trying to set us up for some odd reason. I'm just saying all this shit, whatever. So we ended up getting out the car because I'm telling he hitting me up like, what's taking y'all long to get out the car? I'm like, where'd you go? So he like, oh, we over here, like come by over here or whatever, come down the stairs. So we start walking towards and going down the stairs or whatever. We see him and all his homeboys. So I'm like, what's up? Because I already told them like, yeah, my homegirl Lena, she like on and off dealing with his homeboys. So if he here, I'm gonna tell like, no, you ain't gonna talk to nobody, because he would have tried to talk to somebody. So he wasn't there though. So it's his friends. Like I've seen some before, and then one other boy, not really. We're gonna get his boy name because I swear every time when I used to bump into him with DZ, this nigga was weird. So let's just name him Kentrell because he looked like young boy. So he's standing there and he just staring at us. Like when we walked up, because I'm like, oh, this is Alyssa, this is Keisha. He like, oh, what's up, this such and such, introducing to everybody. So then when it got to him, because I was like, oh, hey y'all, and then when it got to him, like he introduced him, and they was like, oh, hi. Like, they said hi to everybody, general hi. He's standing there, he looking at me like, he just looking mad as fuck. Y'all know how young boy just be looking mad? I swear this boy looked just like him. I wonder if he looked like him still. But anyway, he looking mad as hell, and I'm just looking like, so I kind of like look at Alyssa, and I start laughing. You know when you and your friends got that thing where y'all just know to look at each other and start laughing? So I look at her, And we just started dying laughing. And he's like, what's funny? Y'all got like insiders? That's what DZ had asked. And I was like, no, we just laughing about something else. And he was like, oh, okay. So he was asking them, he was like, y'all smoke or whatever? So Alyssa was like, yeah, she smoked. And Keisha was like, no. So he's like, all right, we gonna smoke or whatever. So the boy, he was just like, are you kidding me? And he walked up. So I'm like, I'm thinking to my head, like, I know I seen him look at me and say that shit, but I know he ain't talking to me because I don't know this nigga. He looks so familiar, but I don't know him. So anyway, he ended up like walking off or whatever. And he kind of like we all kind of like in a group of people, and they like trying to, you know, it's windy. We at the beach, it's late night. They trying to like spark up. And he kind of like walking in circles with his hoodie on and like his hands in his pocket and like walking over there, and then would walk back by his look, walk back over there. You know, it's always that one oddball out the bunch. So I'm just like, what's up with him? He good? So DZ looked over at him, and then he looked back like he gave me, the way he looked over at him and looked back at me like, what's up with who? Like, I don't know, it was weird. You know how when somebody, they just ignore their friend because it's like, that's him. So he looked back at me, and I was just like, he good? And he just started laughing. He's like, man, bro, like, you good though? Like, you good? Y'all cold? It's cold out here. And I'm thinking like, bro, this nigga ain't no ghost. Why is y'all acting like he ain't doing no weird shit right now? So he like, nah, we good, we good. So Alyssa was like, what's up with your friend? He must be real cold because he just keeps circling around and stuff like that. So then they just looked at each other and they started laughing. So he ended up coming over there, and he was like, I'm not cold. I'm good. Y'all good? Y'all cold? So then we like, yeah, we cold. He was like, I bet. It's cold as fuck out here. Why we at the beach late night? And then he walked away and started circling again. So I'm like, y'all didn't want to come here? Because y'all the ones who told us to come here. Like, you know, I'm confused. So DZ's like, man, don't worry about that shit. Don't worry about that shit. So they smoking and stuff, and they just talking or whatever. And she like, oh, I got some too. Like, we can match. So he like, where you get it from? And she told him. He like, man, that shit trash. So they like talking, discussing about like tree and stuff like that. And me and Keisha talking like, this me getting, I ain't know this girl from Canopy. We just got to know each other. So we talking. I'm just like, oh, this girl's real cool. Like, we just talking about a whole bunch of shit like that. Like, she like, you know, I really can't relate about what you're going through. Because one thing about me, well, when it came down to Alyssa, a lot of shit I told her, it was stuff like, one thing about me now, when I tell people stuff, I tell them stuff that I don't care about them knowing. Like, I know people gossip. Like, I know people gonna go and probably go back and tell somebody else some shit. But when I tell people stuff, it's something that I don't care about being repeated. Yeah, I might get irritated if it gets to like certain people, because it's like, why the fuck you're weird? Or even period, because that's weird to repeat some shit somebody tells you. But like, I'm careful with what I say to people. But with Alyssa, now it was a lot of shit that I would tell her where it'd be like, I don't nobody to know. Like, that girl knew my deepest, darkest secrets. That's why it was crazy when we had kind of fell out. But like, we cool now. But like, when we had kind of fell out, it was like, I was like, dang, it was so much shit we both knew about each other that we just never like repeated. And it was just like, I was like, dang, that's crazy, because I just knew for a fact. But she probably did. I just probably never found out, but who knows? Anyway, so yeah, I'm talking to Keisha, and I'm telling her, because like when they was there, I was kind of like talking about my business, about what happened and shit like that when they got there. So Keisha, of course, she heard. So I'm telling her, and she was just like, dang, like, I can't relate to none of this, but like, you know, we talking, she just seemed real cool or whatever. So then DZ ended up coming over there, and he was like, Symone, like, where you been MIA? Like, I ain't seen you in so long. You still with that one nigga that you be online? I'm not gonna say. I was gonna say that one nigga you be online calling such and such, because I used to like, from the hood he was from, I used to like say a name and call him like something, like, it wasn't dissing his hood, but it was like, it was dissing him though. But I used to like mix like the hood he was from and a certain name and call him that, and I'll put it online like, this nigga's a such and such. Yeah, so he was dying laughing. He was like, what made you say that shit? Like, what made you be like, say that about him? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, he was like, man, and he was like, I know that shit probably be eating him up, because I know niggas probably be saying that. I'm like, yeah, he be getting mad as fuck, because people would be funny as fuck when they see him, and they'll say it to him like, oh, what's up, such and such, like, you know, like trying to be funny. So I'm like, yeah, that shit do people pissing him off. I'm kind of mad that I like said that, like, but it was already too late. So he's like, nah, that shit is funny. So while me and DZ talking or whatever, and Keisha right there, she just like laughing and stuff too. And so guess who the fuck walks up? Kentrell. He walks up, and he just was like, you not gonna say nothing to me? So I'm like, huh? He's like, you not gonna say nothing to me? So I look at Keisha, I look at DZ, because I'm like, I don't know Keisha, even though she don't be in LA, like, she probably know him from Instagram or something, I don't know. I don't care. So I'm like, who? Like, you know, like, it was awkward. So DZ like looking, cause DZ tall as fuck. DZ like looking down at him, cause old boy was tall too, but DZ just real tall. He one of them real tall people, you know. So he looking down like, but giving him a side eye like, nigga. So he like, you not gonna say nothing? And I was like, who? And I was like, who he talking to? Y'all, like, he ain't talking to me. It is funny because I don't know why I didn't ask him who you talking to. I was like, who he talking to? So, but I'm smiling. Like, I'm just like, the fuck? So then DZ was like, who you talking to, bro? He was like, I'm talking to her. I'm talking to Yoshi. That's when I know somebody don't know me for real, because I don't go by Yoshi at all. Never did, ever. Like, I've never went by that shit ever. I'm like I said, I came up with it back in jerkin days because everybody had like a jerkin name type thingy majigga, and I just was like, oh, I want to be a character too. And literally, I never had nobody call me that. Nobody called me that. So, and that's really when I would know for real, for real. But no, when I went to Rialto, people used to be like, my Facebook would be like, Symone, Yoshi badass, blank, blank, blank. But yeah, so some people would say Yoshi badass, but yeah, for real, ain't nobody calling me that for real. So when he was like Yoshi, I'm like, he must got me on Instagram or something, because, but what's going on, big bro? So when he was like Yoshi, and I was like, huh? I'm like, what you mean? And he was like, that's what I'm talking about, bro. And he just walked off and started doing his little circles again by himself. So I was like, what's up with him? Like, what? And he was, and so DZ's like, let me find out. You be talking to the homie, or you talk to the homie or whatever like that. So the next thing you know, he was like, so when I was talking, I'm mid-talking like, I don't know him. And the boy was like, Katrina, like, exactly. So I was like, wait, we know each other? So then now I'm like, I'm not trying to embarrass him, but I'm not trying to be too loud. But it's like, you the one doing the most. Because do we know each other? Y'all, it's funny because when I worked at this one job, this boy, it was the most awkwardest shit ever. This boy was like, he really came up to me, was like, see, act like you don't know me. And I was just sitting there like, I know you. I swear, I don't know. Like, I could really just push some people out my head if they really didn't mean, like, I would remember shit about them, but they face, I could really just push it out my head. But then I would see them and be like, this face looks so familiar, but it'll take a minute for me to click like where I know you from. So I don't know. But mind you, this nigga was just weird. So he was like, exactly. So I'm like, we know each other. So he was just like, we know each other. Like, he copied what I said. And I was like, do we? And he's like, do we? I was like, this nigga is weird. So I'm like, okay. Like, and I just started talking to DZ again. He was like, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm just like, he good? Like, what's up with him? So Keisha was like, nah, he seemed a little off. We gonna have to jump him. We was about to jump your ass for doing that weird shit, but we gonna have to beat his ass. I said, yeah, we gonna have to beat your ass up over there, Kentrell. But he just like, he didn't say nothing to us. So DZ laughed. He like, wait, why was y'all gonna jump me? So I'm telling him like, yeah, cause you was doing something weird. Like, you just walked off. Like, we thought you were trying to set us up. Your car ain't even in his parking lot. So he like, nah, I'm in the homie car. Like, it's other cars in his parking lot. And I'm like, oh. So he was like, yeah, dang, I ain't gonna have to beat the homie up though. He just, I don't know, he just need to get high. He was like, come over here, smoke, like hit the tree, whatever, come hit it. So he was like, man, I'm good, I don't want to smoke with them. And I'm just like, what's up with him? So Alyssa was like, okay, more for me. I'm more for me then. I'm gonna hit on his turn then, more for me. So he was just over there like seeming so irritated. So we just all laughing and kikiing and stuff. So I'm like, why are y'all at the beach? So DZ was like, oh, I forgot what he made up some shit while I was at the beach. I'm like, why you didn't tell us come to the kicking spot, like come to your house? So I think he had said something. I forgot what he had said, but he was like, after this, we could go get something to eat or whatever. Y'all trying to go to like Denny's or something because late night ain't shit else open, but like Denny's, IHOP, Jack in the Box, McDonald's. We ain't gonna go to the Panera because the only people in there is like smokers and stuff. So, and not the people that's not what they hitting, like no. So anyway, I'm like, yeah, we could go get something to eat because it's cold. It's like, it's real cold here. So after y'all finish with that, like, let's actually go because it's cold. So he was like, all right, yeah, we're gonna do that. So Kentrell came over there again and he was just like, yo, she don't know me, and walked by. So I was like, huh? Like, what's up? Like, what's up with him? I'm like, what is up with him? So Keisha was like, he better stop that shit because we really gonna beat his ass. So I'm like, yeah, like we are, because he is playing. Like he doing too much. Like, what is he trying to say? So he's like, I don't know. I don't know what's up with him. Mind you, you know, it'd be so crazy when people be having that weird one out the group because nobody acknowledge him like that. Like, it'd be like everybody just be like, don't, you know how when somebody say ignore it and they'll stop? It seemed like that's how they be, but they don't say it. So anyway, Now we start walking back up the stairs by the cars or whatever. So when we walking up by the car, he shoulder brushed me, like, but he didn't do it hard to where I like fell and like rolled on the ground and nothing like that. But he did it like gentle, but like did it. And I was like, damn, excuse you. And he was like, damn, excuse you. Yo, I'm thinking like, why they bring this nigga? They babysitting him or something? And he was like, damn, excuse you. So I was like, Kentrell, what's your beef with me? So I'm walking over there to him or whatever. I'm like, what's your beef with me? What's up with you, Kentrell? So he started laughing, and I don't know why I'm walking towards him, but this nigga is like doing all of this. He's like jumping around like, and like trying to like juke me, like as if I'm about to try to steal a ball from him or something. Like, boy, what the fuck is you doing? I'm just like, so I stood there and I'm like, Kentrell, what's up with you? Like, why you acting like we got beef or something like that? He was like, cause we got beef. And I'm like, why we got beef? Like, what did I do to you? I don't know what I did to you. So he's like, you don't know what you did to me? And I was like, no. So he's like, hold on, where my phone? This nigga started like patting for his phone, and he get his phone. He like, you don't know what you did to me. Okay. So he going through his phone, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, show me. Like, what did I do to you? I'm like, well, I didn't follow you back on Instagram or something like that. So he's like, you didn't follow me back. And I was like, yeah, like, what did I do to you? He's like, you ain't follow me back. Okay. So I'm like, tell me what I did. So why he gonna show me? He was like, this you? This your Instagram? So I'm like, yeah. He was like, exactly, Yoshi. So I'm like, Kentrell, what is you trying to say? He was like, so you don't know me? I'm like, I don't know you. Like, I'm like, what, we follow each other on Instagram? Because mind you, I'm like, I follow a lot of people. So he's like, you follow me on Instagram. Look at this. He go to his picture. He gonna say, look, you didn't like this picture? So I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, I did like that picture. Mind you, I'm not a ghost follower. If I see your pictures, I'ma like it. I'm not like a weird, strange person that just follow people and don't like shit and watch. Like, I don't know. I think that's weird. And if we gonna do that, we might as well not follow each other. Because why would I follow you and just never like anything? That's strange. So I was like, oh yeah, I did like that picture. I'm like, oh, we follow each other. Okay, we follow each other on Instagram. Like, okay. So he was like, how we start following each other? I don't know. You probably followed, most likely you followed me and I followed back. So I'm like, I don't know. You followed me. Okay, Yoshi. He just kept calling me Yoshi. So I was like, what? So what's the beef? Like, what's the beef? He gonna say, because you came up here acting like you didn't know me. So I'm like, I didn't know you. Because honestly, we just follow each other on Instagram. I don't know you. Like, you was just another, you was a familiar face, but I don't know you. I don't even know your freaking name, nigga. So he was just like, you acting like you don't know me. That's just funny. Like, you walk up, you just saying hi to DZ, but you ain't saying hi to me. I said hi to everybody. So he like, all right then. So DZ was like, wait, let me find out. He put his arm around me. He like, let me find out. Like, what y'all be talking or whatever like that. So he was like, you tell him. Y'all, I said, tell him what? So he's like, tell him. So DZ was like, wait, you talk to the homie? So I'm like, talk about what? Like, what do you want me to tell him? So he was like, she followed me on Instagram, bro. Your girl followed me on Instagram, bro. So he was like, oh. Y'all, it was really like a Waka Flocka face. So I was like, I follow a lot of people on Instagram. What that mean? So he's like, okay, Yoshi, I'm not doing this with you tonight. You ain't gonna do it with me tomorrow. Well, to my surprise, I didn't think. Well, I knew if I continue, like, if I'd be cool with DZ, I would see this man again. But, bro, what's up with you? So I'm just like, what? Like, what's up with him? So he's like, you could ask me. I did. Like, you being weird. So, y'all, so I'm over here confused. So I'm like, let me see. So I get my phone. I'm like, what's your Instagram name? Excuse me. So I'm like, what's your Instagram name? So he like, oh, you don't know my Instagram? You don't know my Instagram all of a sudden? So Keisha came over there. She was like, just tell her your Instagram. I'm going to follow you. I want to follow you on Instagram too. I want to follow you. She's like, so my girl not finna follow you by herself. Like, we all finna follow you. So Alyssa's like, yeah, what's your Instagram? We gonna follow you too. So he like, man, nah. She know my Instagram name. I'm like, I don't know your Instagram name. I could be with people that I hang out with and be ask them, hey, I'm about to tag you. What's your Instagram name? I don't know your Instagram name, sir. So he like, she know my Instagram. She know my Insta. So I was like, I don't know it. So I'm like, DZ, what's his Instagram? So he like, bro, don't even tell her. She know it. She know my Instagram. Yo, she know it. Man, she know my Instagram. So I'm like, what's your Instagram? So he not trying to say it. So I'm about to go to DZ and see who's our mutuals, and I'm gonna find you that way. So he's like, don't even do all that. So I'm over here and I'm clicking. I'm like, oh, nope, that's not him. Okay, hold on. So then he just said it. He finally said his Instagram name. So they all go to his page. I go to his page. So I'm like, his page, and I'm like, okay, this you. So he was like, you liked my picture. I'm like, yeah, and you liked some of my pictures too. Like, So one of the other boys was like, fuck liking pictures back and forth. What them DMs looking like? What them DMs looking like? So Kentrell laughed and he was like, that right, exactly. He was like, tell him, Yoshi, you don't want to tell him? We ain't gonna tell him. I don't have to tell him. Like, we don't got to do this tonight. We don't got to do it. I'm gonna not even say that. I'm gonna spare you. So I'm like, what? Yo, at this point I'm curious because I'm like, wait, let me find out I was talking to this nigga and don't even remember. So I'm like, let me see. Like, you know, so I go to DMs. I'm like, hold on. They like, yeah, let me see. So DC like, let me see what them DMs like. But mind you, everybody just laughing and playing except for Kentrell. So I'm like, hold on. I'm turning my phone. I'm like, wait, what if I was talking to him in the DMs and I'm finna look so stupid? So I'm looking, I'm like turning my phone like this and I click on it. I'm like, Kentrell. He like, yeah, we be talking in the DMs. Y'all. Kentrell be talking to himself in my DMs. I literally replied to that man once and said thank you. And the rest was history. It was literally history because it was so much of him. I didn't even open it. The first time he opened it, well, me opening it again was me opening it when he said what he said to me. And that's a lot of times because I really didn't, back then, well, I would open my DMs, but like not that much because when I was dating Crazy, that's all he needed was to be like, oh, you must have deleted something. You must have deleted this. You must have this, that, when he would try to go through my phone or some shit like that, like a hoe. So I would be, the nerve, because I would go through his. But anyway, so I would be like, not opening certain shit if I know it's just niggas like just trying to talk to me and stuff like that. Like, I just wouldn't open it because I'd rather you gonna go through it and you see it and you open it and see like, oh, she ain't even open these messages. I don't know. It was just weird. Because other than that, he would just assume that I deleted it. I don't think they had that feature, the unread feature yet, like where you could do it. No, they ain't had that. So anyway, so I'm like, Kentrell. So he's like, yeah, we be talking in the DMs. So I was like, not like that, Kentrell, but we don't. Like, he was like, we don't be talking in the DMs, so we don't, like, so you don't know me. You said beautiful. I said thank you. The rest was history, literally. So I didn't even want to like ball him like that. So I was like, nah, it ain't even that. Like, we don't talk. It is not that. So he like, okay, I ain't gonna say nothing. He was like, all right, where we supposed to be getting something to eat from? So I'm like, yeah, DZ, where we finna go? Because it's weird. But like I said, I didn't want to tell everybody, it was a lie. It was all a lie. And show them where he's literally just like trying to talk to me. So one of the niggas, he was like, let me see. And he took his phone. He's like, see, bro, we be in a DM. So he looked and he was like, trying to scroll. He like, bro, she ain't even say nothing back to you, bro. She ain't never said nothing back to you. So he laughing. And he like, I'm pretty sure it looked like that with DZ too. I'm pretty sure she don't be saying shit back with DZ, but look where she at. She with DZ. That's not how it is. I met him in person. So DZ's like, nah, bro. She replies to my DMs. Like, but he high as hell. So the way he said it, it was just like, and he like smiled. I was just dying laughing. So he like, man, whatever. Like, she weird. Yo, I'm weird. So I'm like, how am I weird? He was like, man, you weird. You weird. I ain't finna even do that. Like, you weird. He's like, just when you see me, don't act like you don't know me. Like, don't be weird. DZ. I mean, Kentrell. What? It's funny because when he said that, he stood on them words. Because every time I seen that man, he would really be like, don't be weird. And I'm just like, anyway, so he was telling me like, yeah, don't be weird. Don't act like you don't know me. You know me. Like, you follow me back. You know me. Like, you know who I am. Why would you follow somebody you don't know? I don't know. People do it every day. I just don't know. It just happens. It's just, I don't know. Like, you're not making no sense. So I was just laughing. I'm like, all right, let's just go. Let's go. This nigga is crazy. Like, let's just go. So anyway, when we was getting in the car, I'm like, he is a mess. Like, he is crazy as fuck. So I don't know why when we got in the car, y'all, guess who did some weird shit? Man, I swear. Remember when I told y'all about Bimbo? This one I was dating Crazy. That girl Bimbo, I swear, she used to really harass me. And I played my part too, because now I'm going to troll you and get on your nerves as well. But she really used to get on my nerves, her and her friends. So y'all, I'm literally on Instagram. We on our way to Denny's or whatever. They in their car, we in our car. We on our way to Denny's. I'm over here. Go to my notifications. Who the fuck liking all of my shit up? She'll do that a lot to get my attention. Bimbo, she's liking up my stuff. I'm like, here this bitch go. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm telling them, I'm like, oh my God, this bitch. So Alyssa's like, where's she at? Tell her we gonna pull up on her. So I'm like, it's something she clearly want me to see or whatever, right? So I go over to her Instagram because she'll open up her Instagram page. Her page will be private as fuck. She'll open up her account, like up my shit, unlike it. And then, like, so I go view her story. I'm not gonna view it from a fake page, baby. I ain't got that much time. I'm gonna view it from my page. So I go view her story and she posted something. I forgot what she had posted. Like, I think she posted with her, like, with a sweater on. It was something to where I knew she was with crazy. So I was like, I'm like, oh, this nigga, mind you, me and him, we was in a broke up part at this moment, but it was a lot of shit that was going on right then and there that I'm not really like disclosing. So it was just like, this nigga, oh, this nigga got me fucked up. So I'm telling him, I'm like, oh. So Alyssa was like, ask her where she at, we gonna pull up on her. So I'm like, oh, she probably at his house. So Keisha was like, let's go to his house then. So I said, y'all wanna go to his house? Y'all don't have people that's gonna add fuel to your fire. So I'm like, y'all wanna go to his house? So they was like, yeah, let's go to his house. Let's go to his house. So I'm like, all right. Let's go to his house. So I'm like, wait, ain't we supposed to be going to Denny's? So it's like, fuck Denny's. Let's go pull up on her. So I'm like, all right. So I told DZ, I'm like, DZ, we ain't finna go to Denny's no more. So he over here calling me like, man, is it because of Kentrill? Y'all could still came. I'm like, nah, it's not because of Kentrill. So Kentrill in the background, you hear him talking about, man, they weird anyway. You hear me in the background, I'm like, it's not because of his weird ass. But we see you on another slide. We'll see you another time or whatever. We'll see you tomorrow or something. So he like, all right, so we on the way to Crazy House. I'm like, should I call him? They like, no, don't call him. I'm like, why? Like, maybe I should call him just to see or whatever. They like, all right, try to call him. Y'all, so I'm thinking like, hold on. I try to call him. Dring, dring. You have reached the voicemail box for... No, he didn't. Hold on. Dring. You have reached the voice... Dring. You have reached the voicemail. I said... To where next you know it was just, you have reached the voicemail. I said, this nigga blocked me. One thing I don't like is hearing you have reached the voice. I don't like hearing that shit. I don't let the phone. I promise you, from dating him, hearing him forward in my call so bad, it traumatized me to where I don't let the phone ring too long. If I'm calling somebody, it could ring 2 times. I don't want to hear you have reached the voicemail of nothing. I'm going to hang the fuck up after the second ring. They'll call me back. It be times where I'll call my sister and it sound like it's gonna be the voicemail. I'll hang up and it had been her answer. She's like, why'd you hang up when I answered? I'm like, oh, my bad, girl. But so I'm like, he blocked me? They like, yeah, mind you, this whole time when they was there and stuff, he was texting me like, I love you, I'm so sorry. Even though I knew it was bullshit, but it's still the nerve, like, damn, nigga, I need my time because a lot of shit that's going on right now. And you got the nerve to be late. Nigga. And then I know for a fact, this is the only reason why I feel like this girl would like come bother me or want me to see is because this nigga was so weird that he would mention me to her. Like, I'm gonna do a story time about a situation because this man literally recently told me how this girl from years back said to him, she still to this day, she said still to this day when she see me, she gonna beat my ass. And I said, damn, that's crazy, bitch. It's been a long time. You just don't move on with your life. Like, you're that miserable still that you still worried about me? And I was like, oh, this nigga's messy. Because why'd you tell... You still messy, big dog. Anyway, so I knew in order for her to, like, want me to know is because he clearly must be bringing me up. So... I feel like she probably think like, okay, he bringing her up, he must still deal with her, so let me make her head hurt so she can stop dealing with him. That was like her weird like little thing in her head, I guess. I don't know, it was weird because that man, one thing about him, he gonna bring up the next bitch. So I'm like, oh, he blocked me. So I'm like, let me try to call from one of y'all phones or whatever like that. So I try to call from Melissa's phone. Now I keep shaking because I don't know you too much, girl. So I try to call from Melissa's phone, it just rung. I said, oh, this nigga done lost his mind. You lost it, bitch. So we pull up to his house. Lord and behold. I don't know. Y'all know I don't be knowing what I'm saying. Load and behold. Lo, behold. I don't know. Bold hold, bitch. We pulled up and guess what's in the driveway? Crazy motherfucking car. So I said, oh, his car is here. So I'm like, maybe I should go look through his window. But I know how this ninja get down. He put glizzies on the pillows and shit. So I don't want to look too close to the window and get scared. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to look through his window. So y'all, they was like, all right, what we got? So I'm like, damn, we don't got nothing. Y'all, mind you, I told y'all I don't live too far from Crazy. Y'all, why I go to my grandma's house and use her good eggs? This before eggs was $8 a pound, $8 a pop. So I go to her house, get some of her good eggs. I said, we finna egg that motherfucker. We go, but I'm like, first, before we egg it, I don't know. I'm like, I want to go do something like to scare him though. So I'm like, dang, okay, I'm gonna go hit his window, but like his room window, but his room was on the side of the house. So I'm like, okay, hold on. So then y'all, why Keisha ass, she gonna say, I'm gonna go on YouTube and play loud as hell on her car. Y'all, we not thinking, why I think this man the only person that live on this damn street. She like, I'm gonna play loud as fuck on my car speaker some glizzy shots. Y'all. Bitch, he lived in the hood, so I don't know why we did this dumb shit. So I went to the side of his window, and I had got a stick, and I hit that shit hard, like boom. It didn't break the window though, and I hit it hard. I know he woke up, because when it come down to certain noises, he'll wake him like, you heard that? Get the glizzy from under your pillow. But why do you put it under my pillow, bitch? Like, you really starting to piss me off, because I said don't do that shit. Next thing you know, I'm like, bro, freeze. What is this? But he'll really wake up, and I'm like, that's y'all fucking smoke detector, because y'all won't change the batteries. That was that noise. But anyway, so I hit it, so I know he heard that shit. But when I ran back, mind you, they at the front of the driveway. When I ran back, I had my eggs and I threw them. So when I threw my eggs, they threw theirs, and we ran back to the car. I don't know why when we ran to the car, we just pulled over a little bit, start playing the noises. Y'all. A commercial came on. So we hurried up and drove the fuck off. We dying, laughing. I'm like, oh my God, I know he gonna be scared. I'm like, I know he gonna be scared. So I'm like, y'all, I used to kind of be like strange in the head, obviously. So I'm like, dang, do I want him to know it was me? But I'm like, no, you know what? I'm gonna let Bimbo know it was me. So I hit Bimbo up, and I was like, I'm coming for you. Yo, I wrote that to her. And I don't know, they clearly was up, because she seen it. When she seen the message and started writing back to me, I deleted my message. Like, bitch, yep. So when she sent to me, I deleted my message, and I was leaving her on scene, and I was just screenshotting it, because I'm like, I'm gonna send it to him and make it seem like, why is this girl just hitting me up? Because I don't think she was smart enough to screenshot that fast, or maybe she didn't know how. That bitch really used to act like she was slow. Anyway, so I'm like, dang. So we go back to the house, and now we just laughing. We warming up old pizza and just dying laughing. At that point, I said, this is my trio. And I already was like close with Alyssa, like on and, well, we wasn't on and off. It just like we lived a little far from each other, so we had our distance. But Alyssa was always like my girl. But like, I'm her Keisha friend. I'm like, okay, you cool. Y'all, this is the trio. I thought that was just like, yeah, okay. I'm not cool with Toxic no more. At this point, I was still cool with Shisha, but she moved far away. What's her name? Tanya, I had named her. Did she move at this point? I think she did move, or it was just like she was too deep in the trenches at this point. But yeah, and we had our on and offs. But at this point, I'm like, this is the trio. This is my friend group. To my surprise, that shit went to hell. Y'all, ooh, I got some time. But you know, I think I'm gonna tell these kind of in order, because y'all, shit got crazy with that trio. But at that point, I just thought like, yeah, this it. I fuck with y'all. Oh, I was still cool with Kiera too at this time. I was cool with her, because I remember I mixed them together. But yeah, that was it, y'all. I just had to come tell y'all a quick story time, because your girl literally missed out on telling y'all. I feel like, well, Subby Sunday, I missed out. But I'm gonna come back. I'm here. So stay tuned for tomorrow too, because you already know it's the end of the month. But I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on all my socials. We're on the road to 150K. And I'll see y'all next time.